Hello and welcome to Media Management class. Today we are going to discuss about the qualities of a good manager. And I know maybe even you have some managerial skills, or else one day you are planning to work in an organization or else a company as a manager. Still, you can be your own manager in your own business, or else you can be a manager in any business industry. So, but there are some qualities that you are supposed to possess in order for you to become an effective manager, because not all people have adequate skills that maybe they can be able to manage an organization or else to manage a company. So if you want to work as a manager or in any organization, first of all, we are saying that you must be having ample communication skills or else good communication skills, because as a manager you are someone who is diverse. You are going to talk to many people at the same time. You are going to address the media. So you must be having good communication skills not only in English language but also in other languages that probably can apply in your organization. So you must be someone who is able to construct adequate sentences by use of appropriate tenses, someone who has adequate punctuation skills, and you can be able to apply the fluency of your communication. Because if you have poor communication skills, there's no way you are going to convince people to buy your idea. Whereas if you are having poor communication skills, there's no way you'll be able to convince people to follow a specific trend within an organization. So you must be having adequate communication skills, not only in English but also in Kiswahili and other appropriate languages that probably applies in your area of specialization. Then we are saying number 2, you must be someone who is self-motivated, which means you are someone who is self-driven, not someone who is supposed to be supervised in order to do a specific task. Which means you as a manager, you are someone who knows what is supposed to be done at a specific time, and you can be able to push yourself to achieve the specific goal of an organization. You should not be someone who is supposed to be followed up in order to achieve your specific goals or else your specific task within an organization. That's why I say that you must always be someone who is self-motivated without any supervision or else without prior supervision. Then you are saying that you must be someone who is flexible. A manager is someone who is flexible because there are changing trends in the society or else in an economy. Today maybe you are having specific challenges in the economy. And if you are someone who is rigid, it means that when the changes come, you are going to remain the same way you were last year or else where you are today. But now a good manager is someone who is able to read the trends that are changing in the society or are changing trends in an economy, and is able to adapt to the current changing trends in order to remain at par in the organization. So you must also be someone who can be able to delegate duties. This one means that you shall be someone who can be able to trust the others in an organization. You should not be the only boss of the organization, or you should not be someone whom you think that you are the only person who is right or else who knows everything. You must also learn to trust others within an organization. And once you are able to trust others, you are going to delegate the duties that can be done by other members of an organization. For example, let's say you are absent. There's no way you can say when you are absent, the company is going to remain at standstill. You should be able to delegate duties to someone else who has adequate skills or else competent skills and to perform the task that you are performing when you are not in the company or else within an organization. So learn to entrust others with duties and to have trust in others in terms of performance of specific goals or tasks within an organization. Then you need to be someone who has adequate knowledge about the industry or area of your specialization. For example, let's say you're working in a production company, production organization, you must be having adequate knowledge about what is production. If you're working in a sales and marketing organization, you need to have adequate knowledge about sales and marketing. If you're working, let's say, in public relations department, you must be having knowledge about public relations. Be it advertising, be it finance department, you must be having prior knowledge about what is supposed to be done, at what time, and in which way. But now if you are lacking knowledge about the industry of your specialization, you are going to have a very big challenge, and you may be forced to buy other people's ideas that are likely to mislead in decision making process. Then you are saying that if you are a good manager, you must be someone who is reliability. Which means if you come up with an idea, you are going to fulfill that particular idea. If you come up with a promise to your staff members, or else you have a specific goals that you are supposed to achieve at a specific time, indeed you must be someone who is able to keep his words, or is someone who is able to keep her words once you speak or else once you utter such like specific words. So you need to be someone who is reliable, or else what they call reliability. The employees can rely upon you, or even the bosses of that particular organization, they can rely upon you that you can be able to achieve the specific goals of that particular organization. Then you must be having adequate mediation skills, and this one applies to solving of disputes, because at times some workers may disagree, or else even you as a manager, you might end up disagreeing with some of the staff members within that particular organization. But if you are lacking mediation skills, you are likely to have a very big problem in handling or else resolving a crisis within an organization or conflict within an organization. At times, maybe the workers are against your decisions. How are you going to do to convince them to remain, or else to remain focused to the goals of that particular organization? That's why you need to develop and have adequate mediation skills that is able to solve conflicts within an organization. Then you must be someone who is a team player. You cannot stay as an island and you're working in an organization with other people. You must always be someone who is able to work with others. But now if you're just staying alone in your office, you are always bored, you're only giving orders to your subordinates, at long last you're going to be boring, not only to yourself, but also to other members of that particular organization. So you need to be someone who is a good team player, and you are able to work with the others in an organization. The last but not least, we are saying that a good manager should be having organization skills, which means you have a specific schedule of your work plan, or else you have a blueprint of what you are going to do. Not only today, you can be having a short-term goals, even the long-term goals about where you want the organization to go. But if you are just working on from blues, or else you don't know the goals of the organization, you don't have the plan of the organization, you are going to be a very poor manager. But a good manager, or effective manager, always has adequate plan, a plan of action, and a framework of the way he or she is going to actualize the purpose of that particular organization or the purpose of that particular company. So these are some of the main qualities of a manager that you must possess in order to be an effective manager in an organization. We said you must have ample or adequate communication skills. We said you must be someone who is self-driven. You must be someone who is flexible. You are ready to change with the changing trends within an organization or else in the society. You must be able to delegate duties to the others. You must be someone who has knowledge about the area of your specialization. You must be someone who is reliable, or else can be relied upon. You have adequate mediation skills, or else to solve conflicts in an organization. We said you must not stay as an island, but you must be a good team player. And last but not least, you have said that you must be having adequate organization or else planning of the organization or on the progress of your organization. Thank you for your time. Let's meet next time at the same place. Thank you.